Welcome back to Soul Talk 153. Today we want to talk about bribery, which is rampant in our society. We talk a lot about bribery and we keep saying accepting bribe is not good and it is unethical, but we keep doing it. Rather, it is increasing. What is a problem here? Even if we give bribe to others, it seems like our conscience doesn't prick us. Rather, we feel good when doing it. For us, bribery seems very positive in practice, but very negative when we talk about it. So I think this bribery will not go away from us if we don't address it in a right way. Lately, I'm thinking on this and I want to share my thought with you. It is a personal observation, so many may not agree with me. Bribery makes its way into our culture. This bribery is a wolf in sheep clothing. When we look at our culture, we have that give and take culture, which is very positive. We give something with our best, but we will say, this is the least I can do for you. And we expect something in return, but we will say, I don't expect anything from you. That's our culture. Footnote here, we have that unique culture where our main intention is kept secret all the time. To the outside world, it may sound weird, dishonest, not being truthful, and so on, but that's how we are. We do these things out of courtesy, polite. Even if we are in need of help, we will say, I'm fine, it's okay, you don't need to help me, because that's how it works. That's considered good. But people will definitely help. They will read between the lines to understand your problems and they will help, and we're good at that. We give something and expect something. In return is obviously there, even if we don't show. So this kind of a thing create an obligatory bonding. This is just my term for our understanding here in this. We create a kind of obligation towards one another by way of give and take. And that's how we get connected with one another. You do something to me today, I will do something for you tomorrow. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. We always look for opportunity to create that obligatory bonding with our superior. For instance, in a village, if one regular guy just go through NPSC and got an ESC, the whole village will create obligatory bonding naturally. His people will have obligation to him and he also to his people. The villagers will treat him or her differently. She will receive the best vegetables, rice, chicken, uncountable invitation for luncheon, and she will be the main person in any programs as chief guest, patrons, and so on. All this is done to honor that person, but they are asking help from him or her, which is not manifested. This kind of bonding is very strong in our culture. In the same way, we create that obligatory bonding with our officers, MLS, ministers, big shots. We will call them as chief guests and we will give our best as a host, expect something great from them, which is unofficial. The chief guest will read between the lines and offer a handsome lot of money or development, which whatever is expected. We give something with our best and we expect something from them. It's actually bribery we're talking about. You take this same thing to office, the same procedure follows. You go to village and tell them this is wrong. They will accept it. But what is in their mind is, I may not be right, but I have to do this way. I did my best. I gave him piglet. I gave him hornet. I gave him larva, organic vegetables, etc. I did the best I can and I deserve this. Everything gets normalized and stop from there. In fact, some will give bribery even if their son, daughters got a job on merit basis, because that's the expression of our joy and appreciation. They feel that satisfaction that they also have participated kind of things. You applied for bank loan of rupees 1 lakh, just say, and you just gave away 5,000 rupees or 10,000 to bank manager, even if they don't ask, because that's out of appreciation for helping. If you don't give them, then you feel uncomfortable even if they don't ask. So these become normal things. So now the office people started expecting it. Even if there is an exceptionally good and righteous man in the office who will not want to take any bribery, he may be compelled to accept it out of courtesy. Obviously that is there. You don't want to accept that bribe, but you have to accept it because it is very rude not to accept that. The problem is they will not give their things to you as bribe, but they will give to you as friend out of appreciation. Can we call that bribery? Is that bribery? If it is that bribery, then our bribery system is very refined, culture friendly. If that is not bribery, then it is actually a big problem, because we never know the intention of the person. This bribery, therefore, is very complicated. It is covered with a clean white cloth. What shall we do now? How can we solve this problem? Think about the answer. Bribery shouldn't be a problem, only if we know it and address it in the right way. As for me, I don't have ready-made answer right now. But it is time we do away with this evil practice. We must become more professional in handling our office and maintain accountability and transparency so that we will not fall into the trap of bribery. Let us be aware of this cultural influence while handling the office work. I'm not saying our culture is bad. Rather, our culture is too good and we are taking advantage of it, or just say we are abusing it. Let us be aware of this and let us all fight against this evil practice which we call bribery. Thank you. This is my personal view. I know this is not the answer to solve bribery. It is just to provoke our mind to think louder on the issue we are facing. If you like it, you can subscribe and follow for more of this kind of issues. God bless.